Welcome back. It's half-time in the West Match Live. Bristol Rovers 1, Bristol City 0. With me in the studio are smiling Vaughan Jones and not so happy Mark Aylward of the City. But Mark, there's still a long way to go, isn't there? Yeah,
there's 45 minutes to go. But I think if City continue to give Channing the room that he's had, then I can't see him winning the game. I think they've either got to put Mark Gavin on with a natural bit of width as a winger, or move Jakanowski out to the right, because we seem incapable of dealing with Channing's runs forward.
Well, Vaughan Rovers will be happy with that at the moment.
Yeah, we're going to obviously be delighted to go in and one up there, because it's ironic that when we scored, though, City just had possibly the best period of the first half there and had a couple of half chances, and then Channing scored a cracking goal, really, yeah.
It was a typically ferocious start to a local derby, though, wasn't it? 3 bookings already, and that tackle by Jerry Harrison. But, Mark, what were your thoughts on this?
Well, he's tried to play a little ball there, and it's broached him again. He's gone in, he's seen the ball there, to be fair. He has gone for the ball. It turns out a bad tackle. What makes it worse, and what was disappointing, was the reaction of a number of players. And, it's something and nothing, really.
Vaughan, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with Mark there, to be honest. And then, as you say, you get all people, as we see right now, like arguing and shouting at each other and want to fight everybody, which isn't going to help anybody. Probably the people in the crowd more than anybody. None of us want any trouble after the game or whatever, and that's going to start this up probably. Yeah. But as you say, he's lunged in there. It might probably look worse than it actually was.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, though, it did settle down after that, didn't it? And City, of course, had 1 or 2 very good chances of their own, Mark, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. I said before the game that the full-back were important, and Jerry Harrison does exceptionally well there. Keeper gets a good touch on it with his right hand, and I think we should have had more people in the box than we did there. I think it was only Leroy Rossini in the box, which was slightly disappointing after Jerry Harrison had done so well.
Vaughan, the Rovers' defence has been holding up well.
Yeah, I think, again, what I was saying before the game about the Jakanowski-Waddock tussle, as it were, and the Yates goal one, I think, from Rovers' point of view, I think they both come out on top, the Rovers boys. So if we can continue to do that, we should be okay, yeah.
The Rovers, of course, are the team in front. They've gone 1-0 up. Your thoughts on that goal then, Vaughan?
Oh, it was an unbelievable goal, wasn't it? Let's first, like, he'd given Keith Welch a bit of warning actually just beforehand, and he screamed one just over the top, and he's come inside there and he's gone all right to score from there, really. Against the wind as well. Keith Welch, I think, would probably be a bit disappointed. He took 2 steps to his right and just threw him off balance.
Yeah, Mark, it looks as though perhaps Keith's feet stuck in the mud.
Yeah, I think he's actually picked it up late. I think it's came over the top of somebody's head, and he's moved late to it, but it was a fantastic strike.
Malcolm Allison's instructions to shoot on sight, Vaughan, seem to be paying off.
Well, definitely for Justin Channing. He scored a cracking goal at Leicester a couple of weeks ago with the left foot, and that one with the right, and the one he screamed over the bar. So yeah, he's definitely listening, yeah.
And Rovers again had their chances. Carl Saunders very close with a good chance, wasn't it?
Yeah, Carl will be disappointed, I think. Certainly not to have hit the target and probably to have scored there, because Matthew Bryant has got caught up there and he's hit the standing leg and he's got the clear with his old left swinger, and it's just put it past the post.
I think the defence would be unhappy with that then, Mark.
Yeah, I think City got out of jail a bit there. It's a bad mistake by Matthew Bryant, he would know that, and I think if Saunders had put that in the net, I think the game would have been over at 2-0 there. But that may be a little bit of luck, and hopefully City can get their game together better in the second half and make that little bit of good luck we had there work for us.
Well, still plenty of time to go. Second half action live from Twerton Park coming up. First, though, we're going to take a short break. Welcome back to the West Match Live. It's Bristol Rovers 1, Bristol City 0. Before we go to Twerton Park, let's get a half-time prediction from our guests. Vaughan Jones of the Bristol Rovers, what's the final score going to be?
All I'll say is that I'll be very surprised if we get beaten now defending the Bristol end, because we've got a superstition thing at Rovers that we always defend that end a lot easier. So I'll be surprised to get us.
Going to add any more goals to it?
Hopefully, yeah.
Mark, what do you think the final score is going to be?
Well, I think if City deal with the threat of Channing coming down the left, there's no reason why we can't get back into the game and possibly go on and win it.
2-1? 3-1?
Well, just a win would be nice.
Right. There we go. Let's go straight to Twerton Park then for a half-time reaction from our commentary team, Roger Malone and Mark Lawrence.
Thanks very much, Alistair. Vaughan and Mark Aylward, very interested to hear you in the warm there, Mark, their thoughts, but they see it more or less like we did, that it's down to the City now, isn't it, in this second half, to improve markedly on their first half performance.
Well, most definitely, Roger. Obviously the next goal is very, very important, because if Rovers score it puts the 2 in front. But I would imagine City have had a bit of a talking to at half-time. Dennis Smith will hopefully have sorted the team out a bit. They need to raise their play. They weren't good enough in the first half for me, not for a side that can play the way City can. Rovers, I thought, did everything asked of them, and they looked a much stronger team. They've also got the slope and the wind in the second half. It's going to be difficult for City.
Yeah. Still, they say when the going's tough, the tough get going. We'll find out how tough Bristol City are in the next 45 minutes. And certainly City manager Smith has got the options of trying out Wayne Addison and Mark Gavin as to attacking alternatives to the functioning that didn't work very well in the first half. The super goal, of course, from Justin Channing. Marcus Browning there, the boy who put so much running into it. Mark, it's going to be important. Can he keep that running up on this pitch in this mud?
That's exactly just what I'm thinking, Roger. It's going to be very, very difficult, and the way he's running, it's going to be difficult running back to his own goal. It always is running back to your own goal, especially when it's uphill against the wind. He looks a tremendous, tremendous athlete, and he's the key for Rovers this afternoon.
Yes, they can bring on David Mayhew and play him on the right and let young Stewart play in the hole, but that's all in the future. This is the present, and this is Browning on the ball. That's Stewart. Oh, what delicious skills there from that boy. Knocked forward, nothing came of it, but that was classy stuff, Mark.
Oh, beautiful play, isn't it? He's got some great touches, this Stewart, to be fair to him. And he's playing in a position which isn't used to, wide on the right, but he's done ever so well. He's tucked in when they've lost the ball, and he's looked to get at his man and get forward when they're in control.
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me if Browning's run out by about halfway through this half, and Stewart goes into that running position and Mayhew comes in on the right. We shall see. This is Harrison. That's Alexander. No problems. Wasn't put on under enough pressure really from the Reds' point of view, was he?
No, I think Giaconossi, old pro like he, saw that Alexander was favourite to win it and took a step backwards as opposed to a step forwards.
Tilson. Yates. Taylor. Hardiman.
The referee did well again, Roger, there. Hardiman's looking to approach across it. He's looking to play out wide to the right. The referee was in a good position, saw the ball wasn't going to reach there, and he blew up for a foul. Good refereeing.
So Channing with the free kick to Alexander. Blocked by Edwards. Cleared by Scott. Good control by Waddock. Alexander. Jerry Harrison. Shelton. Time to roll it, I thought, Mark.
Yeah, probably a bit more time than they thought, right? The old tricky flick off, and nobody was reading it.
This is Browning. Well got there. Bryant. So, free kick to City. City's defence isn't linking with their midfield section, Mark. That clearance, a typical example.
Yeah, just probably too much. But to be fair, City look a bit more determined. They actually stuck Jakanowski up front to make it 3.
Here's Hardiman round the back, but offside.
Yeah, they stuck Jakanowski up front and they obviously said to the 3 front players, Rosinha and Paul, Jakanowski, make sure you occupy the 4-back 4 of Rovers and stop Channing getting out.
This is Cole. Good play by Cole, and Jakanowski rather gave it away there. Jackie didn't get that right. But as you say, linking it together a bit better up front. Cut out by Browning. It's got Taylor left. That's Taylor. Lovely dummy to get away from Bryant. Christensen. But again, the midfield don't pick it up. Cities don't pick it up. Rovers do. This is Warwick. Good clearance by Christensen. Shelton to Harrison. Cole. Jakanowski. Caught in possession. Scott. Jakanowski. For Rosinha. And what a good tackle by Yates. Vital tackle by Yates.
Much better from City, Roger. To pass the ball to each other, keep the thing going.
Jakanowski's cross. Far post. Keeper up well. Cole blocked by the keeper. Vital goalkeeping there by Parking.
He did very well actually because he stood his ground after the first challenge and made it difficult as Cole tried to sell him a dummy.
To Shaw. Activity on the City bench. Just getting some instructions for Harrison actually. That's Jakanowski. Yates. Alexander Stewart. Again, good work on the ball by that lad. This is Saunders. This is Browning, long run. Opening those legs. And in comes Christensen tackle. And goal kick. Good defending.
Yes, he read the situation ever so well, Christensen. It's interesting to watch Browning run, Raji. He runs like a forward and meter runner, like Juan Torino used to do. His pace is from his strength. As he gets stronger and stronger, he gets quicker and quicker. And it really is a handful running from midfield there.
So, what have they got? Mark Gavin for Edwards. So Edwards is taken off, and City reckon that Mark Gavin will have an improving effect on their midfield attack. clever ball player. If he's on his game, he will help City. But this will be a difficult game to get into now. Rovers have got a grip of it.
I think he might be receiving an early tackle from Mr. Alexander as well, Roger.
Osman to Harrison. Jackie didn't get the first touch right. He was betting to do that, but he did let his admirers down there. Just not going the Polish man's way. Jakanowski to Osman. Waddock. And Shelton battling for it. Christensen to Scott. Mark Garrett to Scott. Knocked in for the tall men, but it's Tilson gets it away. Only as far as Osman. Edwards. Jakanowski. Can he beat Channing? Not been hard on the nose. Harrison. Cole. Well by Tilson. He's having a superb match. Alexander down the slope he likes. Stewart. To Harding.
The game's certainly opened out, Roger, now. Whereas in the first half, everything was congested in midfield. Now the teams, as they get more tired, are slowly stretching. There's a bit of depth about both teams. And players in midfield will be able to have an extra touch. Consequently, it suited City, who've probably got more ball players in there than Rovers have.
Come back, got to take it roughly from the right place. Well, what about the Danish is for I don't agree? That's what he said.
I think he said it in Danish there.
Gavin. I wasn't sure all of the ball had gone over the line, but the linesman did. Alexander's throw. Cole. Shelton. Gavin. Harrison. Definitely more shape for City's attacking. Good punch by Parkin. Had to come and get it, did so. Channing. Headed back so the keeper can pick it up. City playing it out from the back a bit more. Stewart makes sure that they don't have that privilege. Hardiman. Taylor. Flags up. Flags up. Good shot. Flags up there.
Yes, the flag was up against Browning, not John Taylor, but I get the feeling, Roger, that slowly but surely City are getting back into the game now. The passes are starting to find each other. There's a bit more movement off the ball. There's a bit more thought from the man on the ball, and slowly but surely they're getting back into this game.
Well, their supporters who've come across here will be pleased about that. to Gavin. Well, he's prepared to take Alexander on. That's going to be an interesting confrontation, Mark.
Oh yes, most definitely. I think that he's looking for a foul, Gavin, but I think he was more worried about what Alexander was going to do to him than actually bothering about controlling the ball. It wasn't a foul. There's the City fans. They are very, very quiet at the moment.
But as you were saying, a little bit more cause of optimism perhaps lurking in this City team for them at the moment. We shall see. Half an hour left. Tilson's got that situation under control. Andy Tilson, the master defender for Rovers. Parkin's done everything right in goal for Rovers today. Browning to Stewart, to Saunders, Alexander. Taylor's through, chance here. Oh, the keeper came well. Good goalkeeping, Mark.
Yes, he did very, very well there because it looked as though Taylor was going to be favourite, but Welsh came out and spread himself. Here we go. A definite suspicion of offside in the first place, Roger, but at least Welsh played to the whistle and made a good block on Taylor.
Yeah.
Corner for Rovers.
Yeah, he's got a bang in the face for his troubles and he's got spitting a bit of blood out there, but he'd be pleased about that save. Can he deal with the corner? Yes. Well played, Keith Welsh. Gavin away now, setting something up from that good throw. Good tackling by Channing, not only the goal scorer but defending well. Welsh kept City in the game there. Vital that he was brave and quick. And he got it all right. Senior and Tilson first, and Waddock and Channing. And Scott. Cut out by Jackie. Dennis Smith thrown his one sub in. He's still got Wayne Allison to go, Mark.
Yeah, he's made the decision very. I actually thought he might have made a decision at half time, Roger, but I think he thought give it 5 or 10 minutes in the second half. It doesn't look any better. We'll change it, which he has done.
Gavin, the man that was brought on to change it for City, Shelton, cut out by Channing. Senior for Cole. Yates is there, he's policed his man well today, Steve Yates. The local boy doing well. Harrison's had an eventful afternoon. Gavin. Cut out by Channing. So Harrison with the throw. Jakinowski on the ball. Channing happy to concede the corner. To prevent the cross coming in. Good header there. And a super header there indeed from Christensen. First Rossini, then Christensen, and Parkin in exactly the right place. And his hands held onto the ball.
Yeah, Jakinovski's corner in from the right. Just a good header by Rossinia. Christensen just looking to help it on, and Parkin stood his ground and made the save.
Osman. Rossinia. Waddock. Alexander. Yes, well, as we were saying, the old adage about teams playing better against the wind certainly working for Bristol City.
Yeah, City are back in the game now, Roger. They just need to start making some more chances like the one they've just had, and hopefully be able to pull a goal back.
side. Certainly climbed there. Saunders has it. Taking on Bryant and Christensen and winning the throw-in. Not as well as he could have done under the circumstances. Carl Saunders. The throw is Hardiman's. By Channing to Hardiman, a long cross in here, and a chance, and it's Marcus Stewart! A lovely ball by Channing for the cross to come in, and Stewart timed that volley. 2-0 to the Rovers.
That's a super deep cross from Hardiman. Scott got pulled underneath it, and look at that finish on the far post by Stewart. Great touch there, 2-0 to Rovers. Here we go again, Roger. Great deep cross. City defence gets sucked in, and a lovely finish, giving Welsh no chance whatsoever.
Yes, Marcus Stewart, 20 years of age. Very much fancied by some of the bigger teams already, but Bristol very pleased he's in their side. 2-0, City have got a long, long way to go now. Christensen for Cole, for Shelton. Cole, good play, but Yates wasn't going to let him get away.
No, Yates did very well to get the final challenge in. You know, good ball in as well by Gavin. Lovely little turn here, look at that. The old joint back left foot, and Yates has proved very, very difficult for him. You got to feel sorry for City, Roger. They were looking the better team in the second half, and they've just conceded a second goal of the highest quality.
Saunders, and it's there! Carl Saunders! Well, when Allison said shoot, he did mean shoot, and that's 2 long-range bombshells that have hit the City. Carl Saunders, 3-0.
Yeah, he's just hit it left foot and it's sailed in, hasn't it? To be honest with you, Roger, I doubt if we've seen 3 better goals in one game. I mean, all 3 goals from Channing, Stewart, and now Saunders have been of the highest quality. Excellent. It's a great strike there, left foot.
Jakanowski to Gavin. Wind assisted indeed. Jakanowski, and the free kick for City.
Well, City have certainly got it all to do now, Roger. I mean, Rovers just need to sit there. They can wait, they can afford to sit back, let City come at them and hopefully hit them on the break. And City have got to take a chance. They're 3-0 down. You know, they need to try and get forward and score some goals, commit some players forward.
Yeah. Christensen. Yes, Carl Saunders showed City there what they should have been doing first half, really, with the wind behind them. They really didn't test Parkin with enough long-range shots. Well, as the rain comes down on Twerton Park, the Rovers fans goes the old anthem, good night Irene, and quite honestly it does look good night Bristol City the way it's looking now. Well, some 20 minutes to go, and a substitution for the City, Wayne Allison being brought on, taking Leroy Rossini off, one striker for another. Mark, have you played in the game when you've been 3 up and lost? I know I have.
They do happen, most definitely, but not in a derby game, Roger. I can't see Rovers certainly losing from this position.
Certainly something remarkable will have to be produced by the Reds. Let's see if they can do it. Meanwhile, it's Browning for the Rovers, and Taylor, and Stewart, who scored that super second goal. He's been showing some lovely individual skills like that. Despite the mud, despite the tackling, he's got the composure. And he's won the free kick. Old head on young shoulders, Mark.
Yeah, most definitely. Although I thought he was fortunate to win the free kick there, Roger. I thought it was quite a good tackle. A block tackle on him there. Everything's going Rovers' way. You've got to make the most of it.
Jakinowski. Early ball for Cole, maybe. There it is. Well cut out indeed by Channing. What a game that he's having. Alexander to Waddett. To Taylor. To Stewart. Browning. To Hardiman. Free kick against John Taylor, but there, Mark, certainly Rovers showing how they've been much the better passing team today. They strung half a dozen passes there in very difficult conditions of not a win.
Yeah, they're also very confident, Roger. 3-0 up in the derby, you've got to be confident. But City are really having all sorts of problems, although Jakinowski just got free for them on the left. But they've never really come close to scoring, apart from Christian's header this half.
Harrison. To Cole. Well, that's a foul. This is going to be a free kick for the City in a promising position. Steve Yates battled away against Andy Cole there a little bit too fiercely, and so the free kick for City. Badly need an early goal, don't they, Mark? Now, quick one now to give themselves some sort of belief that they could pull off a miracle.
Just to give themselves any chance whatsoever, Roger. They need to score in the next couple of minutes.
Corner kick. So Jakinowski's free kick. Played in, and it's Yates getting it. Jakinowski has it. Gavin. Cut out by Browning off on one of those runs. To Hardiman. Good early ball in there for Taylor. Alexander. To Taylor. Useful cross. But as you were saying, Mark, Rovers can now play with that confidence and composure. They know that they're in command.
Yeah, and they're pulling City all over the place, Roger. The two central strikers, Taylor and Saunders, made good runs. Browning gets forward very, very well, supplemented by the rest of the midfield players, and they look a very good side at the moment, Rovers.
Yes, these points will take them right out of the bottom three, and they're looking like a side now that could climb the table quite confidently in the new year. Still, we shall see. They've had this nice run. They're going to win this game by like a miracle, and the Allison revival continues. Magic Malcolm, they'll be calling him now, because since he's arrived, he began with that home defeat by Derby in the last minute when they'd done enough to deserve a point. And since then they've gone draw, win, and maybe now, almost certainly now, another win. That's some revival. So this is Stewart. Gavin. Wayne Ellison the sub. Gavin the sub. But Cole just caught offside.
He's had no service whatsoever today, has he? He's had to scrap for literally everything and try and make his own chance. He had a half shot, half chance in the first half and a little good turn in the second, but generally he's had very, very poor service.
Now this man Hardham has given Rovers strikers a good service. And there he is again. Osman has it though. Osman wants someone to come. Christensen has it. He's off on the run. He's not too pleased about that tackle. Stigates the culprit. Free kick to Rovers. Jakinovski. Really hasn't happened for Jakinovski today, and as I said, if he doesn't blossom, City won't, and he hasn't, and they haven't, and this is Harrison. Just hasn't turned out the sort of game that Jakinovski's been able to impose those silky skills on. Harrison. Osman. Played by Alexander. Waddick. Alexander. Taylor going wide right. Pulling City wide. Christensen goes with him. And does well. Had a good game this game. Scott to Christensen. Osman. Jackie. That's a beautiful pass for Allison, but it's offside. Rovers step forward. Haven't they done that well today, Mike?
Very, very well run. It was just interesting. Jakinovski looking for an option, and it was the only one. It was a good run as well by Allison, but it's caught offside once again by the Rovers defence. They've looked really well organised today.
Shelton. And Jakinovski. A little bit of space. He did have Waddick's on him now. Terrier-like the Rovers, aren't they? See, and that's why they won the game, haven't they, Mark?
Far easier, Roger.
And it's there! Number 4, John Taylor! Well, Christmas has come early for Rovers fans. 4-0.
Here we see Waddick won the tackle on Jakinovski. Again, many defenders. And Taylor, it's a great strike from the edge of the box. Keeper Wells has no chance. That is now 4 quality goals for Bristol Rovers. But really, the goal sums City up, Roger. Jakinovski looking to do things with it, lost it, middle of the pitch, 5 men committed forward, and a great strike from Taylor. 4-0.
Yeah. The game captured by that entire situation. Would not let Jakinovski away. Result, the 4th goal. Taylor to the rescue. Saunders is in. Wow. Certainly one of the bigger margins in the history of the famous series. It's the 75th league encounter between these two. City have won 28, they're not going to make it 29. Rovers are going to make it 22, there's been 25 draws. Yes, one of the famous Rovers victories in this old league derby that goes back, as I say, 76 games. Rovers had the jinx on City for a long time in recent years. The City seem to have broken it, but now once again Rovers have proved that the Twerton Park jinx lives on. So in 7 league visits here, the City have yet to win. Hard to take, Mark.
Very hard to take. I mean, looking at Dennis Smith sat in the box over there, Roger, he'll be desperate for the referee to blow the final whistle and get his team out of here, because they've been on a 4-0 defeat so far and they've been well beaten.
And away goes Taylor, but Welsh be okay here. Not a lot Keith Welsh could have done about this defeat.
No, that's right. Maybe unsighted by the very first goal by Channing, but it was a great strike anyway. But no, you couldn't blame him whatsoever. There have been 4 quality goals by Rovers.
Shelton, a chance for Gavin if he can get there, but Parkin's not in the mood to let anything past him. He's had a good game.
Parkin's had a good game. You could say all the Rovers players have played ever so well, Roger. They look very organised, and I would suggest that tactically they won the battle in the first half. Just the problems that Channing and Hardiman caused City, and City never really recovered from that.
Dennis Smith never lost a derby as Sunderland manager against Newcastle, but this one has got away from him now. So, stopped. To Channing.
I think he thought himself scoring a second goal there, Channing, didn't he? He's had to have a whack from it. There's the Rovers mates, they've got to be more than happy. I suggest that Markham Ison will have the biggest cigar ever on Bristol tonight, Roger.
Yep.
He may not be smoking it, he might be chewing on it.
Right. This is his 17th job, 17 mark in 30 years, and he's still got that little bit of magic about him, hasn't he?
Oh, most definitely. And what he's done is he's recognised Rovers' strength, he's changed the team round, and he's done ever so well for them so far.
What about that for team spirit? A tackle like that when you're 4 up in the last 10 minutes.
Well, that's right. As a young boy, Marcus Stewart, he's got a lot to learn. He's got a great future in front of him. But the nice thing about him, he's prepared to work very, very hard for the cause of the team. And that's been Rovers' secret today.
Channing for Taylor. Taylor has worked the flanks in the second half quite effectively indeed. Got inside his man there. Is he going to set up number 5? Well, that did neither one thing nor the other there, Mark, did he? Neither got the pass right nor the shot.
No, he did well because he turned Christensen, didn't he? And he stuck it on his left foot and he's gone to knock it where he had to have a shot when people think he's going to pull it back. But Warnock's got a knock there, but I tell you what, Roger, when you're winning 4-0 at home in a derby, you don't feel those sort of knocks. He won't feel that in the bar tonight, I can assure you. There's our man look. He's not falling down the stairs, Roger, is he?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, at 65, you've got to take it careful, and don't say I know, because I don't, but I will do in 5 years, Mark. Now, talking of age, the young man getting off the deck now, Wallet, has been a key man for Rovers today. Gary Wallet.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, it's been the key of Osman versus Browning and Warwick versus Jakanowski. And the 2 Rovers boys have won both battles and played very, very well. They've been outstanding today.
So Warwick, number 11, on his feet. He's done his job marvellously, subdued Jackie Jakanowski. As a result, the Rovers have got on top, and they are 4 goals up as we go into the last 5 or 6 minutes of what's been a most entertaining match, Mark.
Very, very good, Roy. It seems every time we cover a live game, we have plenty of goals. I have to tell the boss man about that.
Well, you're quite right, Mark, because in our previous 3 outside broadcasts we had 15 goals for the fans. And here's number 5 coming up, is it? No, it's not. But that's 19 goals from 4 matches. Stay with HTV West for the entertainment, my friend. Not been very entertaining for Jackie Jakinovsky, nor for Russell Osman, although they've both done their best. Osman's not done badly at all. But overall, City have not been able to make an attacking impression. Not the same as the Rovers, anyway. Saunders. Let Osman get away with that one, but this is Jakinovsky getting away from Tilson and letting there. Frustration in that shot, Mark. The frustration of 90 minutes when it's gone against him.
Well, that's right. Apart from Harrison's shot in the first half, Cole's half shot, and Christensen's header in the second, I think they've only had 3 targets on goal. Here we go, Jakinovsky. Good strike, but always going wide. Parkin just screwing across to his post just to make sure. But they failed to hit the target on so many occasions, City, and they've looked very poor going forward today.
Scott. Again, Steve Yates, he's been super alongside Tilson. The half of the Rovers' defence has been great.
Yes, he's very, very quick as well. When he gets close to people, it's difficult for him to shake him off. There's Big Malcolm. I bet his heart's pounding away in there thinking, come on, let's make it 5. My first derby game with Bristol Rovers. He's done great.
Tilson, Scott, and Cherry, and Hardiman. And a little vendetta being dealt with there by the referee.
I think Sharp was just a bit late actually on Hardiman, Roger. The referee, Mr. Martin, has done ever so well today. We had that bit of a melee early on in the first half where he booked 1 play. He's booked 3 altogether, but he's refereed the game very, very well. And he's been prepared to let the teams have the advantage. And if it breaks down, he's gone back and given them the foul, which is good refereeing.
Saunders. Taylor again. Stirring himself now, but it's too late, mate, isn't it?
He's going across people anyway, Roger, which is always a problem. City today have been completely outrun in all areas. I mean, the young legs of Rovers are in Hardiman, Channing, Saunders, Browning, Stewart. You know, good young legs, good young engines as well, and they've really outrun City.
Yes, it's been an afternoon, hasn't it, in which Rovers found something special, beginning with that Channing goal, that long-range bombshell, that 30-yard thunderous effort, a goal that will be remembered for many a long year. Those are the sort of things you need to set a Derby team alight, aren't they, Mark?
Well, if you remember Steve Scott's interview before the game with Malcolm Allison, Malcolm actually said they had something special up the sleeve. I'm not sure if it was the goals. We'll have to ask him after the game, I think.
Yeah, and Rovers having got that, City missed their chances when they had that win, didn't they? Shelton's miss, the ball that came across the box that Parkin did so well. Rossini, they missed their chances. They missed the boat when the tide was with them. You feel for Dennis Smith in these situations, don't you? Away from home in a derby and 4-0 down.
That's so difficult. He's made 2 substitutions as well, and anything that City have done today has backfired on them.
For a while there, Matt Bryant, the City number 5, for a while there in the game, he seemed to be keeping City afloat, but then it went against him with that 1 goal, and then only the 1 goal at half-time, Mark. There was a lot to play for. That second goal was vital, wasn't it?
It was vital. It came at a time where City were just getting themselves slowly back into the game without creating many chances. But Bristol Rovers finishing today has been first class.
Yes, so in a way the Reds would be a little unlucky to have come up against genuine lightning.
Yes, Rovers have been special today.
Alexander. Scott. Christensen. Bryant. Jakinowski to Shelton, but Tilson wins that one as he's won so much today. Harrison to Gavin. Just looking for that one goal for a bit of pride now, the City. But ball over the line there before it reached Cole. Scott hasn't got down that left wing and got in crosses like his manager would have liked.
No, certainly not like Channing and Hardiman have done on the other side. It's been very difficult for City at the back. They've looked very, very brittle, and they've been posed many problems on the flanks by Stewart and also by Hardiman.
Chance here for Gavin. Oh well, when your luck's in, and that was Alexander with a marvellous goal line clearance mark.
Yes, it did. So it looked as though City were going to pull one back. You see, Alexander was in the right place at the right time.
And that is the end of an eventful Bristol derby. Malcolm Allison there, the magic Malcolm. Taylor there who scored the fourth goal. The Rovers fans celebrate. City fans, you can only feel for them because their team was hit by some remarkable goals, one of which was scored by Carl Saunders. Jock Alexander there with the City fans, Channing there with the Rovers fans. Russell Osborne of England, well, he's seen most things in football. He now knows what it's like to be on the receiving end of an inspired Bristol Rovers performance. Marcus Stewart there who scored a lovely goal. What a lovely young player he is. Carl Saunders there who also scored, disappearing amongst his fans. Browning who ran himself into the ground. It's Rovers Day, it's going to be Rovers night. It takes two teams to make a match. City did their best. It wasn't good enough on the day. Rovers are on a revival which swept their old rivals aside in the 75th league contest. 4-0 is a remarkable score by any judgment in a derby, and as Carl Saunders there is cheered off, let's go back to Alistair in his studio chair.
Well, thank you, Roger and Mark. More reactions coming up after the break. Extended highlights, or should I say floodlights, of Swindon Town's big promotion clash with Tranmere Rovers, you'll find out later, and goals from other First Division games, including this afternoon's important match between Barnsley and the First Division leaders Newcastle United. Join us in a couple of minutes.